A couple of days ago, we did perhaps the greatest and most challenging gauntlet we've ever faced. 7 hours of sifting through the garbage that is Prager you. So here's a 1 hour preview of the more than 7 hours we did. Why do we do 7 hours? I don't know. We're insane. Now, there's two ways you can watch this gauntlet. There's the smart way. The smart way, you can sign up for the Pessimist Productions Patreon, which right now you can do for free with the 7-day trial. Smart. We got tons of content on there. Be a fool not to do it. But let's say you're like, I don't like subscriptions. Actually, I can't really blame you. Who likes subscriptions? Everything's just fucking subscription. Patreon's rolled out a new thing where you can actually buy content. You don't have to become a member. You don't have to sign up. You don't have to make a commitment. We know some people out there, they don't like commitment. You can buy the PragerU Gauntlet for $7. Now, I would advise you to join our Patreon if you like our content, because you get access to a lot of other content. TJ has a band hope, Paul does ideology, I do you're wrong. We do classic episodes where we just do deep dives into topics. Like recently we did Henry VIII. TJ did some serial killer because he's wacko. We do all kinds of stuff. I think it's a better bang for your buck, but hey, you don't like that stuff? You now have another option. If you like to watch the Gauntlet, there you go. So what you need to do right now is listen to me. Listen. Whatever you do and stop. You need to go to our Patreon. You need to go sign up. 7-day free trial. You're one of those people who doesn't like commitment. That's fine. What you're going to do then is you're going to go to shop. You can see it right there. Look right there. Shop. And you can buy it. Boom. Every problem in your life has now been solved by me. Every problem. You got some other problems? All right, well, I can't solve those problems, but I solved that problem. The problem of what are you going to do right now? I have 7 hours of content for you right now. Go do it. Go do it. Stop wasting your time. Stop making excuses with your life. Go do it right now. Come on. Take a goddamn chance. That's it. What are you still doing here? Why are you on my lawn? You're on my lawn? All right, go cut my grass. Why are you cutting my grass? I don't want to cut it. It's really hot. You're not going to cut my grass? Then get out of here. Go. Go. What are you doing?
You guys ready?
Return to monkey.
Oh my God.
The first time I
No.
Not ready.
Go fucking woke. Then what, TJ?
Why are we starting with PragerU's token black lady?
Because they recently put out a documentary called Unwoke. It's like 20 minutes, so I figured it'd be like a good opener.
Unwoke.
Yeah.
Isn't that just asleep?
Yeah.
I'm unwoke.
Go
You're
back
asleep.
to sleep.
Yeah.
Here you go.
heard woke, I thought it was something positive, you know, that you were awake to what was happening and that you were fighting.
That's exactly what it is. No, that's you when you first heard the term woke, you heard the right definition. And then
the white
Peepaw fucking Prager came along and was like, actually, it just means everything bad in the
Actually,
world.
it's horrible. It's a terrible thing that has gripped society.
No, that's literally what woke means. Woke means that like you are aware of systemic oppression. You're aware of the corporate fucking agenda to subvert democracy. You're aware. That's what woke means, that you are aware of what's going on around you and that you're not going to be fooled. And so you're about to brag about how you learned about wokeness and thought it was a good thing and then were fooled like an idiot into believing it was something bad.
male capitalist who had the whole world set up for himself. And you were going to be the activist who brought the whole system down.
Yeah.
My name is Amala Benobi. I live in LA and I work for PragerU. At this point in the 2020s, woke is everywhere. On billboards, in entertainment, in sports, on our clothes.
I love how like billboards are suddenly like a thing that people give a two shits and a fuck about, dude. I love how billboards are like, come on, dude.
Not only that,
billboards,
but if you drive across this country, the amount of woke billboards you will see compared to the amount of
Jesus is coming.
Regressive. You're gonna burn in hell. Jesus is gonna
Dude, every
judge
time I go drive anywhere,
abortion is murder. You know.
Yeah, did I drive by at least 2 or 3 like pro-Christian, like you want to know the truth? Here's the truth, Jesus billboards.
Dude, there is so much. If there is so much God-bothering bullshit littering
we're
up
drowning in
America's
it. Where I
highways and
live,
shit.
I mean, maybe where you guys live,
Dude,
it's not
it's
as
everywhere.
bad, I hope.
It's every fucking time you drive across. I mean, every time I've ever been on a road trip, I've seen at least a dozen fucking ridiculous anti-abortion, pro-Jesus, whatever the hell billboards. And I've not seen. I don't even know if I've ever seen a fucking quote unquote woke billboard before. So,
Oh, you ain't? That's crazy. They're everywhere. It's everywhere you look, TJ.
And in our businesses. And I kept wondering, how did this happen?
How
We
did
all
this
feel it.
happen?
And the feeling isn't a good one. As someone who was once on the far left, I worry that wokeism is
she was once on the far left. You guys.
I mean,
Yeah, and then somebody gave her a fat paycheck, and now she's on the far right.
yeah, your grift transformation is complete.
As somebody who never had a genuine principle in my life.
Right.
ripping our country apart. At PragerU, we have a
How is a rainbow on a t-shirt ripping our country apart? I'm pretty sure
it's not. It's the rainbow on the t-shirt, not the like army of fucking screeching goblins that act like that's the fucking Antichrist coming back that's ripping the country apart, right?
Yes.
slogan. Don't just complain, do something. So I began asking questions.
Wait a minute.
Where did wokeism?
So
you
these
just-
woke
so
people
you
are trying to
started
do
complaining.
something. Yeah, that makes no sense. Like, so people can advocate. So they cannot advocate for their position, but you can. That makes
Yeah.
right. that checks out.
That's what freedom's all about.
come from? Is woke here to stay? And are there alternatives to wokeism? So began what would become a journey across the United States to try to find those answers. And perhaps, in finding those answers, we'll find a way to end wokeism once and for all.
I sure hope so. I sure hope we can do it.
Man, this screaming Trump bitch has like, I don't know. She better be getting some money for this shit.
Yeah.
Dude.
I think she needs to like try to trademark this shit and
She should, yeah, she should fucking monetize this shit. She is in every fucking video, dude.
this editing blows. This editing is like it's edited like this was the trailer. And I'm hoping this whole movie is not just edited like one giant long trailer because that would be really annoying.
Oh, you're gonna be disappointed.
So much of the talk around woke seems to be just that, talk. At the end of the day, nothing will change if those of us who
It is, huh? This whole 20 minutes is attempting to be some kind of high octane fucking shit. And it's gonna be just cringe because you can never actually stop to contemplate anything because it has to be boom, 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 boom. Because that's what the youth lacks.
disagree with wokeism don't take action ourselves. But to understand what can be done about it, we need to understand the world in which it originated. My first stop was to talk to the man who literally wrote the book on woke. Here we are in Columbus, Ohio.
Oh my God! We used to live there, TJ. That's where woke. That's the genesis of woke.
I didn't
is
know
Columbus.
woke. I didn't know woke came from Columbus, dude.
I mean, yeah, like I lived there. It didn't honestly feel especially woke or progressive, but maybe I guess it was in hiding.
The first questions, what is wokeism?
I went to the short
And
north. in
where did it
Columbus,
come from?
Ohio.
What's that?
I went to the short north. That's like the hipster area of Columbus.
Hi, Vivek.
Good to see you.
Good to see you too. Meet Vivek Ramaswamy. He recently founded Strive Asset Management, an investment management firm that's challenging industry titans like BlackRock and Vanguard. He's doing it the old-fashioned way, focusing his
Did he write the book on woke, or did we just decide we're dropping that? Because this doesn't really seem like the guy that wrote the book on woke. But okay.
investment decisions on excellence over politics. But before Strive, he
I
Yeah,
can't.
like-
I can't
Like
take
any of
her
those
saying
huge
wokeism's
investment
literally-
firms give a fuck
You
about
shouldn't.
if you're woke or not. They care about making money and exploiting people. They don't give a fuck what they have to say to get that money.
founded a multi-billion-dollar biotech company called Roivant Sciences. They were literally working to cure cancer. Until
Yeah, and
Black
I'm sure they're going to make it super affordable too if they come up with any of those solutions. Yeah, we cured this type of cancer. Oh, it's going to be affordable to all people, right? Actually not. Only if you're rich. But we're a democratic company. We care about everyone as long as they can pay us thousands upon thousands of dollars. This guy's supposed to be the
Lives
savior
matter.
of humanity, a pharmaceutical fucking executive? Give me a fucking break, man.
Excuse me. Excuse me. I
Yes.
know this is super random, but this fucking video sucks.
Yeah, it sure does.
This is bullshit.
Dude, I want it to be-
This video
I want it
sucks.
to be known. I got a bottle of wine tonight. And I was gonna hold off until I needed it. Right.
Have
We
you started
are-
drinking it?
I wouldn't even call it 22 minutes into the gauntlet because we basically fucking stalled for about half of that at least. What
Yeah,
is
I
it,
did-
like 3 minutes into this video? I went and got a fat fucking glass of wine. It's on.
It's on.
Gordon employees demanded Vivek speak out in full support of the organization and the movement. And he couldn't do it with a clear conscience.
But I stepped down as
So
CEO.
he left the company that he created. Because of this experience,
So
Wait a minute.
I
So
mean,
you're
just wait. According to the
what's
narrative,
more lofty, curing cancer or the cultural cancer? Maybe it's because curing cancer is actually not simple at all and actually quite complex and
So,
challenging.
the
So-
narrative being sold to you here is this guy was on the brink of curing cancer, but then they wanted him to bow and kiss the Black Lives Matter ring, and he would refuse to do it. So he's like, you know what? I'm not going to cure cancer. Then fuck that.
All right, so he has to say Black Lives Matter and cure cancer, or he can stand up to it and not cure cancer. Brilliant decision, man. Like, dude, I'm pretty sure if I could cure all cancers and all I had to do was take a position, even if I was antithetical to what I believed, but was guaranteed to like basically spread so much joy and save so many lives, I'd probably just do it.
It's like, hey, Scotty, you can cure cancer, but you have to say an opinion you don't agree with one time. It's
Okay,
like, what?
sure.
I'll think I'll do
Oh, go
that.
ahead. Really? That's all I got to do? I'll save
Like-
millions of lives? Yeah. What I got to say?
But the real truth is this fucking guy and his stupid biotech company most of these medical companies that spring up are just designed
They're
to
scams.
fucking, they're just designed to pump. They get fucking listed on the indexes and shit. They fucking pump up the stock as much as possible.
Yeah,
and
they're
then-
venture capital babies. They're
Right.
like, they get a bunch of money invested to them. A bunch of
then
people
they-
get richer off the company.
It turns out that
Then they rug pull it. They
Right.
fucking pump the stock and then everybody that was part of the founding team or whatever
get rich.
sells all their options and tanks the stock.
Yeah. 99% of the time, that's like what these medical stocks are. So that's probably what this guy's company was, but now he's moved on from that grift to the next grift.
No. People have to die then. I'm sorry. That's pretty much like one of the one things I would not do to cure cancer.
Vivek wrote a book you might have heard of called Woke Inc.
Nope,
No.
haven't heard of it.
Never heard of it. Sorry. So when she said this dude wrote the book on woke, what she meant was this dude wrote some anti-woke screed.
Right.
So
Which
this
did
guy,
he even write it?
he paid for it to be ghostwritten.
Yeah, let's be honest. This guy wasn't wasting his time with that shit.
He wrote a book
Oh
called
my
Woke Inc.
god, this is garbage. The way this is edited makes me want to fucking rip my beard out in fucking anguish.
You're only 2 minutes and 50 seconds into it.
This is fucking trash, dude.
Dude, Paul, you better have a couple bottles of wine on hand.
I do.
Okay, that was smart of you.
I got two bottles. I just poured about half of one into a big glass.
I think a lot of people are going to hear that and go, what's woke? So, Vivek, what's woke?
Yeah, wokeness refers to being alert to invisible injustices perpetuated against disempowered classes.
I would even say it's invisible.
He said perpetuated, but you guys wrote perpetrated. So,
Perpetrated, yeah.
I don't know. I mean, both work, I guess, but
Of people, generally defined on genetically inherited characteristics like race, gender, and sexual orientation. Basically borrows from the tropes of Marxism, which was this oppressive
oh yeah, that's right.
yeah.
so they're a bunch of
oppressed-
crazy radical communists. Right.
narrative. But wokeism was not just Marxism, it was the merger of Marxism with identity politics. The idea that you are
Wow, you guys are just throwing buzzwords in a blender at this point, aren't you?
nothing more and nothing less than the genetic stock that you inherit on the day you're born.
No,
What?
it's
No.
It's
more
saying
that's
that affects
kind
your
of a
life in the world that you live in.
That's a conservative idea, my friend. That's a conservative idea. The idea that you are what you're born, that's a conservative idea.
So that's what you sort of refer to as the trend of modern wokeness.
Okay.
Now, this is a fringe philosophy. I mean, this was a theory from the halls of academia.
It's a fringe philosophy, but it's
No.
also everywhere.
Yeah, it's a fringe philosophy that, according to you, has taken over the entire fucking universe and rules with an iron fist.
So not really a fringe at that point, right?
Well, also, if you don't argue about the genesis of ideas, so like an idea gets traction. Why would an idea spread? Why would an idea become popular?
Yeah, I mean,
Because
wouldn't
it has-
every
it has an
idea have to be
appeal.
fringe at one point anyway?
I mean, almost every idea at some point was probably a fringe idea. But even so, the idea behind that is spread because people have become more aware of the things in the world they live in. They become more interconnected. They realize that I don't live in a vacuum. So the decisions I make can impact other people and it can impact the world as around me. And maybe what it's kind of saying is, like what some people would say is woke, is realizing like, wow, maybe me as a person, there was things that I had and privileges and things that other people didn't. Like maybe you were born rich. Me and TJ were. And I didn't realize that my upbringing was very different than other people's. I mean, because that's just kind of the bubble we lived in. Like we routinely have everything we wanted. We go on a trip or, go to Disney World or, every time we needed something, we just got it. That's not an experience for a lot of people. So is recognizing that make me some, oh man, you hate yourself. It's not about hating yourself. It's about realizing that the world has a lot of different points of view, a lot of different perspectives, and to be aware of those and the things around you. It's just like, kind of like looking at reality around you, not just assuming that your experience and your reality is equal to everyone else's.
So what you're saying is you just hate yourself and all white people should hate themselves, right?
Correct. Yes.
Okay.
If you're white, you should just loathe yourself. You should whip yourself. You should flagellate yourself in the public square.
I'm white. I'm sorry.
You should invite a crowd of people of color to come and actually help beat you too, and then ultimately end up on a white plantation where you'll be exterminated eventually at some point.
Good, finally.
And it was a challenge to the system. It was an interesting set of ideas. Does it mean it was all coherent? No, not necessarily. But it was interesting. It was provocative. It was a different way of looking at human relations. It was an interesting worldview in some classroom at some liberal arts university somewhere. Mm-hmm. But wokeness at some point moved from being about being a challenge to the system to becoming the system. So to really understand.
Well, if it's supplanted the current system, why did that happen? It just happened in a vacuum. So if we're talking about the war of ideas, then that idea became dominant. If that idea became dominant, why would that happen? It's because if one idea persuades more people, why is that bad? That's how things like Christianity and a lot of conservative values spread the same way. Ideas all kind of spread in a similar fashion. So are you against those ideas, Sprint? Well, those are the right ideas. Well, who determines what the right ideas are?
So, Scotty, there was a coven of academics, and they were they were dancing around their cauldron, and they summoned the demon Wokos, and that's how it happened, It's like, what the fuck? This is so uninformative and so superficial.
And not even true. I mean, there's
has
tons of
nothing to
pushback
do
to
with
these ideas.
Yeah, we're watching one.
So it's like, it's kind of just perplexing to hear that, like, there's no one opposed to this stuff. They just took everything over and you just have to go along with it. It's like, no, that never happened. Oh, well, you'll be canceled. It's like, you'll be canceled in some circles and some people won't agree with you. But I mean, there's plenty of people who hold these values and are even more extreme than this guy. And they seem to be doing just fine. Look at the guys over at Daily Wire. They're making millions of dollars.
Economos is not sweating Wokos, dude. I'm sorry to tell you.
Wokos works for Economos. You give me a fucking break, dude. Economos is the big boss.
As soon as Wokos showed up on the scene and Economos assessed Wokos' power, Economos is like, "You shall be my servant." And Wokos is like, "No, I will not serve you. You are unjust." And Economos is like, "Oops."
Economos is ever adapting.
Yeah.
It doesn't. Economos is not some stagnant thing where he's just going to be like caught unaware. It's like Economos is perfectly happy living in a woke system because Economos still wins.
We shall sell woke garbage. We shall sell anti-woke garbage to those who hate woke, and we shall profit either way.
Exactly.
Yeah, so doesn't really matter to Economos. You don't give a shit.
Paul stood at the edge of the rift, stared into the illimitable gulf of the unknown, the Stygian world yawning blackly beyond. Paul's eyes refused to close. He did not shriek, but the hideous, unholy abominations shrieked for him. As in the same second, he saw them spill and tumble upwards out of an enormous carrion black pit, choked with the gleaming white bones of countless unhallowed centuries.
Beautiful.
Man, isn't that from is that from that fucking movie?
In the Mouth of Madness.
Yeah. I love that movie.
Origin story of wokeism, you have to understand academia first. That's where it was born. It was born as an infant there.
I should have known it was academia.
I was born in the files of academia. There, my identity was forged, and I believed the lies that I was fed as a young child.
Became an adolescent somewhere else, but let's start with the infancy. That's where it began.
At the end of the day, the rise of wokeism wasn't an overnight phenomenon. It's actually been in the works for years. So like many bad ideas, wokeism started in academia. But why?
Fucking macadamia. Why you done this to us?
Why did it do it to us?
Like so many other terrible ideas, it started in academia. What were they thinking?
Also, as if there's a universal agreement in academia. Like, it's a monolith where everyone's just like, we are woke. How do you feel? I am also woke. Good. Also, what you must do now is pass on the woke mind virus. I'm actually believing free thought and speech. No, you don't.
Should know it was them
I do
damn
not. I am
college
woke.
eggheads cooking up this bullshit. Might have education, but they ain't got no common sense.
And why didn't it stay in the ivory tower? How did this cancer infect every other area of society? I need to.
This fucking video. This is insane. This is just like sheer goddamn insanity.
This pause is great.
To talk to somebody who understood academia and from a long-term, multifaceted perspective. And so I traveled to Washington, D.C. to talk to a visionary who did something many people consider to be impossible. He founded a new college that now rivals the Ivy League.
Really?
Okay. Does
This
it?
college.
What is it called?
I'm sure we'll
This-
know it then.
Is it PragerU? It's not PragerU.
This is Michael Ferris. He started Patrick Henry College.
Oh, right.
Oh, yeah. Yale, Harvard, Stanford,
Princeton, Stanford, whatever that
Henry
one
College.
was. Patrick Henry. Yes, that one.
Patrick Henry College. I mean,
It's
like,
right,
all
it's
said
right
the
there
same
in that
breath.
very same conversation. You're
The
right.
Ivy League, and then next to the Ivy League, Patrick Henry College.
A classical liberal arts college just outside of Washington, D.C. In only 20 years of the college's existence, Patrick Henry graduates have become leaders in the highest halls of power, including Congress, Hollywood,
Awesome.
and the White House. And this sort of cultural impact was by design. Ferris has been fighting wokeism before it was even called wokeism. And more importantly, he's been winning.
And I dare anyone to read my legal analysis.
It's funny, then why are you guys even worried?
Yeah, I mean, like, if you guys got this like all on lock and shit, why am I
Oh,
watching
man,
this
that's
fucking
so
piece of
mean.
propaganda?
This, I mean, TJ won't get this at all, but Stevie's Nurgle. Oh, man. That's so mean.
Scotty, Korn, Paul,
Zinch.
wow, Zinch, Stevie Nurgle, TJ Slanesh. I know this is Warhammer shit.
That's mean to call Stevie Nurgle, though. I mean, Nurgle's like a rotting.
Dude, I can already
Dude,
tell.
Nurgle is the
Disgusting.
best, dude.
I mean,
Grandfather
Nurgle is cool. I mean, he's powerful. Don't get me wrong, but the followers of Nurgle are kind of disgusting.
Only
Cool.
to people that aren't followers of Nurgle.
I
You're a
guess that's
follow
true.
of Nurgle.
Well, I'm
All
corn.
their-
I'm corn, dude.
Their
so.
pustules are beautiful.
Within there, yeah.
Beautiful
Within
Patrick
there,
Henry-
yeah.
Beautiful gifts from the grandfather.
College, Mike is taking the battle against woke to the source by educating new generations of students in a rigorous, truth-focused education. Where do you think wokeness started? What's your theory there?
Why is there a black talking to me right now? That's what I think.
Where I was seeing it mostly was in the schools of education.
Yeah.
They were teaching there is no truth, but what they meant is we're going to undermine the objective truth that you believe in. And
So they literally taught there is no truth, but the objective truth that you guys have is bullshit. Yeah, I don't think so.
What that doesn't even make sense. Why would you even go to if there's just no truth and you wouldn't even go to college? You just be like, I mean, obviously, like they probably presented that as a philosophical fucking idea, but they didn't. That wasn't like every instruction was like, all right, guys, so before we look at these covalent bonds and shit, you should know there's no objective truth. This is all bullshit. So anyway, 2 + 2 = 5 or 7 or whatever you want it to.
Doesn't really matter.
That's what
wokeness
we're
is
just
here.
crazy here, Like, all right.
pretend
Good
that
to
all
know.
truth is relative. That up eventually with our truth. And that
Well,
I
wait,
think everyone turns all
that's a
truth is
retarded-
relative.
That's a retarded strategy. We're going to fucking open with all truth is relative, and then we're going to lead into our truth. It's like, what? Well, you just said it was all relative.
I mean,
so-
what a fantastic idea. They have the truth, though, right? Well, it's because they're positing that they have the actual truth.
We
and it's
already
just being
have him.
denied.
We started off with the real truth, but somehow this woke shit supplanted it. It's like, well, maybe it wasn't the actual truth then.
No,
Well-
it was totally. The woke stuff is a lie. That's the truth. How do you know it's the
idea
truth?
is now we're going to jam our truth down your throat and you better kneel.
That's what you guys are doing now, too?
Yeah, I guess.
You raise a
And I
generation
wish
that's told
woke was like they fucking describe it. You fucking scumbags better fucking kneel or else, man.
Don't jam it down my throat. Shut up, bitch. There's a new sheriff in town, and his
The
name
woke
is
mind
Woke.
virus is here, TJ. Prepare to be assimilated to the woke mind virus. What is
No, I
truth?
resist you. Resistance is futile.
Truth is relative, TJ. Whatever the woke squad says is truth. I obey.
Obey or perish in flame.
at the university that nobody can disagree with you. You take that attitude to campus, you think that's the way the whole world should be like, and that's what you believe. That's the way you were trained. And you will not be a friend.
Maybe it's actually that these college campuses, there's a lot of different
I love all the
ideas being
fucking
introduced
shit
to people.
I love all the shit that they're showing to like show me how ominously bad these college kids are. Is like a picture of someone throwing a swastika in a garbage can, or a picture of someone holding a flag that says "Love Trumps Hate."
Yeah, it's
And I'm
all
supposed
it's
to be
all
like,
fucking it's all based as fuck.
Yeah, it's like that's all good stuff. Love over hate is good. Not liking Nazis is good. Sorry. That's
No,
not
that's bad. I
that's
mean,
not
look,
some kind
there's
of
two sides to everything, TJ. I mean, look, the Nazis, people say they were bad, but were they?
So
Yeah,
was
they're pretty
Je-
bad. No,
Was
I mean, look,
Jesus
they had some
woke for
points.
telling us all to love each other then?
Yeah, some Nazis might have said that.
Of truth, you will not be a friend of freedom. You're going to be a friend of repressing anybody who doesn't follow the party
Yeah,
line.
like, oh, hey, you know what? And sorry, guys, halfway through this interview, the woke squad came in and killed this guy, and he wasn't allowed to fucking espouse his nonsense.
Yeah, they
Fuck
murdered him.
this dude. Oh yeah, he was able to found a college, show the impact, and they were able to show the impact of the college that it had on the world, but somehow he's being stopped because someone doesn't agree with him.
And also, they want to act like this dude somehow like invented right-wing colleges or something. Like that wasn't already a fucking thing.
What's that dude? Jerry Falwell. Then he has like Liberty University or one of those people.
There's tons of, I mean, and plus,
There's tons of
even
Christian colleges.
even within these colleges that they're poo-pooing, like fucking Harvard and Stanford and shit, there's plenty of fucking right-wing fucking social cliques in those motherfuckers.
Of course.
The tyranny that's in place today believes that the heart, soul, and
tyranny?
mind of man.
If it's tyranny,
One.
you guys wouldn't be allowed to make this. If the people had the power,
I love how they'll just use words like tyranny, but they'll never actually fucking tell you how like they're being tyrannized.
Yeah.
They'll never tell you like what's what edict they are being forced to comply with, what freedom they have
TJ.
lost.
If there was actual tyranny, you know what would happen? Well, this is what would happen if there was actual tyranny of these positions. They would be doing this show or this interview, and basically thugs would come in and kill them or throw them in a fucking prison cell and go, you're going to be re-educated. You're not allowed to make this documentary. You're not allowed to have these opinions, and that's it.
I just want to ask you a question, Scotty. Are you trying to make me want that? Because
Yeah, I'm hard.
Paul's like, let it fucking, like, please, where are the goons coming in to take these guys? Where's the goon with Tire Iron Squad to come in and go, what? Look, I'll be generous. Which kneecap do you want first?
I can only get so hard.
To government. And that mantra has been taken up by big corporations and social media giants and so on. And
Not really.
that totalitarian impulse is the opposite.
Not really. They're on Team Economos. They don't give a fuck what side has political power. When Trump was in political power, they were fine fucking doing whatever they had to do to please him. Biden's in power. They're fine doing whatever it takes to please him. They don't give a fuck.
They're not showing any of the examples of corporate entities that have hitched their wagon to this anti-woke bullshit too.
yeah,
They're just showing the ones that have decided to profit off of it. It's just fucking hilarious.
but I mean, like, at the end of the day, even these ones that profit off it really don't give a shit. It's clear by their actions they really don't give a shit.
Why do all these motherfuckers look like they're fucking 3/4 of the way through the Sith transition? Look at him.
I don't know.
Because 1/4 of the transition is the best that makeup can hide.
I guess so.
Yes, put my contact lenses in. Very good.
Make me look 25% less Palpatine for my interview today.
Liberty or progressivism or anything, any of the traditional meanings of those terms. Our country was a liberal democracy. We're fast becoming a totalitarian.
Wait a minute. You guys are famous for saying we were a republic.
No,
I can't tell you how many times of conservatives go, we're not a democracy. We're
Scotty.
a republic. Checkmate, liberals.
Quit looking for consistency, Scotty. It's not going to happen.
Democratically run country, not a democracy and not a republic.
We need to walk, we need to march, we need to shout.
Transgender rights are one of the most important
Why do you
civil
think
rights
these people are
movements.
hitting the streets? Why do you think these people are just in a vacuum? They just decide they're
Also,
just
like,
they're brainwashed for no reason.
I
There's
love
no
how
good
you
reason to
fucking-
feel these ways.
I love how you fucking just say, like, we're a liberal democracy and people have freedom and it's about liberty. And then you immediately show a bunch of people like fighting for their rights as though they're the fucking like the devil.
Exercising their First Amendment rights to gather and protest and address their government for grievances. And you guys are literally like some document you guys supposedly love and like just I carry a copy of the Constitution around in my pocket. Then when someone actually uses something in that in real life, it's like, oh, it's horrible. God, why are they doing this? Something wrong with them.
Something wrong with them.
Families with transgender children seek refuge in Minnesota. Why do you think that is? Just in a vacuum, they just decided that I'm just being persecuted for no reason. Oh, is it? Let's read down. Oh, Texas Governor Greg Abbott ordered the state to investigate families with children receiving gender-affirming care for child abuse. Seems like you have your answer there.
We used to have freedom, but then people started protesting. It's like, isn't that a basis of freedom?
It is.
Dude.
It's like I think back to like they always love to talk about the founding fathers, dude. These motherfuckers would be fucking simping for the crown, dude. They would have been the biggest fucking sips. Like, what? They ain't done too bad by us, guys. Come on, pay a little tax, no representation. Is it really that bad? Fuck these
Royalists.
dude. Yeah. And like I just like how they act like this protest happens in a vacuum. Like there's no actual substantive reasons that people would do these things when there's laws being passed against people who just simply exist, simply for existing. Why would trans people go to states that are friendly to them?
But like, even if you totally like, I disagree with trans people. I disagree with transitioning. I don't buy any of it. Blah blah blah. I don't respect whatever. The whole fucking ball of wax.
It's all lies and it's evil and it's bad.
Even then, you would still, by the logic of the what we just heard, have to accept it as part of fucking democracy that these people can fucking protest and petition
or have the
government with a
freedom to
redress of
live the way they
grievances and
want,
shit.
right?
Right. So I mean, like, if you're gonna be like, we're all about liberty and democracy, you can't then show liberal democracy and say this is the greatest evil.
Well, that's because they don't want that. They claim to want it all day long. They'll scream, "Oh, it's all we want! It's all we want!" What they want is the ability to tell anyone they don't agree with what to do, how to live their life, and what they're allowed to say and what they're allowed to think.
Exactly what they're claiming that quote unquote wokeists want. I love that these guys have no problem with religious tyranny. They have no problem with religious people forcing their views and forcing their worldview and discriminating. Yeah. And no
I mean,
problem
look at
with
the Supreme
that.
Court ruling, Paul, that they just had, where it's like, yeah, you can't discriminate against gay people, but then they'll, in the same breath, oh, we love freedom. Oh, we want just not freedom for you though.
Of our lifetime.
We can enact change in this country.
What an evil fucking sentiment. What an evil sentiment that fucking demon AOC has just regurgitated, dude. We can enact change in a free country.
Man. You know they've made a real shitty fucking video and argument when fucking Paul feels compelled to defend AOC.
Yeah.
That's how fucking bad it is.
What is she saying that's so crazy?
I mean, what she's like,
nothing she said was crazy at all. Like,
my problem with AOC has never been the things that she says.
Right.
Like, I agree
lack of
with
follow through.
Yeah, I agree with 99.9% of the shit that AOC says. My grievance with her has always been that she's a bad example of somebody who holds those principles, because when it comes down to the time to fucking defend them and enact them, she does nothing.
Yep.
So you teach a generation that truth is subjective and ever evolving. You brainwash them.
I mean, I'm not saying all truth is subjective. I'm also not saying that it isn't, because who fucking really knows? But like,
there's no such thing as truth.
Certainly, some truth is fucking subjective. Even
There's
if you're the most adamant, like, I believe firmly there is objective truth. Well, sure, but there's also going to be tons of subjective shit too. There can't be an objective answer to every fucking thing.
No,
there's not an objective answer.
Truth.
There's not an objective answer to, like, what's the best movie of all time or something. You know,
truth is just our best guess at the time. That's what truth is. There's no such thing as an abject fucking objective truth. There never has been. There never will be.
It almost sounded like TJ breathing. It wasn't. It was part of their weird soundtrack. It was like, I don't know why they decided that was a good transition.
That's a song. I don't know what song that is, but that's a song.
Oh, okay.
To accept no alternative viewpoints. It's the woke way or no way. And then you release them into every industry.
Man, like, what about Christian dominionism? You guys don't have a problem with that. It's our way or the highway with that, right?
But like, they haven't even provided an example of like what they're saying. Like, they just say, like, if you disagree with woke, you're just destroyed. Like, prove that.
It is.
Make an argument to that effect.
They're using a Kanye West. That is. It's the opening to Black Skinhead.
Oh, okay.
Our society. Perhaps the most pernicious infiltration? The indoctrination tool for the masses. Entertainment. For years, everyday Americans have complained about woke Hollywood. But we're not here to complain. We want to create alternatives.
I'm fine with Hollywood being like, that's the thing, is like, when I complain about Hollywood, that's not about wokeism. It's about the lack of like unique ideas. The reason I didn't hate the new Ghostbusters or whatever because it was woke. I hated it because it sucked. It was a shitty fucking attempt at a reboot of a classic film. I would have rather they find a different fucking venue to tell their story.
I mean,
to me.
Let me take you on a journey back to 1962 if the word woke had been invented. Ugh. More woke garbage from Hollywood in the form of this To Kill a Mockingbird. More like To Kill America with woke trash. They're like, yeah, guess what, guys? Most of the people who are like artists and stuff that fucking flock to Hollywood to do these careers are people who are usually on the more progressive side of things. And so there's kind of a culture around that. And so Hollywood tends to be a little bit to the left of most of the country. But you know what? There's plenty of stuff that's to the right. Religion tends to be way to the right of where the country is. And news, corporate news, even the stuff that gets called liberal, a lot of times is to the right of where fucking everyday people are in this country.
And the corporate media does not substantively discuss most of the issues actually facing Americans, or they do it, they pay lip service to it.
Right. And they totally fucking just sideline or don't even mention a lot of stories that would foment any sort of like class resentment, you know, and they've gone out of their way to just kind of erase that discussion as much as possible. And even when someone like shows up and starts trying to talk about it, like Bernie Sanders, they kind of bury him, alter his photos to make him look more deranged, present him as deranged as possible.
Well, what is one of their favorite refrains of these people now? You go woke, you go broke. If Hollywood's a business, then why would they do it? If you're arguing that it doesn't make financial sense and you're talking about a business, then why do it?
Because in their minds, they think that, I mean, I don't know which of them actually believe it, but the narrative they're trying to sell basically is that Hollywood is not motivated by money. It's some
100%
it's some organism that just genuinely wants this social change because of some other nefarious reason that's never fully
They don't
articulated.
give a fuck about social change. They give a fuck about making money. It's the entertainment business. It's a multi-billion-dollar business. Why I think people are striking right now,
dude. Not only that,
industries, because they don't want to pay them the money that they actually deserve to be paid.
The biggest hits this year have been like Into the Spider-Verse and which is fucking woke as fuck by their standard, and the new Avatar movie, which is woke as fuck by their standard. So get woke, go broke is not even remotely fucking true. And a lot of the shit that's been like huge flops has not really had any sort of fucking obvious woke agenda or political agenda of any kind. The Mario movie too, that was also very successful. And it was so funny watching them change the narrative on that movie too, because before the Mario movie came out, they were all bitching about like, they've turned Peach into an insufferable girl boss. But then when it was a huge hit, they're like, actually, no, it's fine.
No, you know, actually, it was a good one. They did good.
Because it was a hit. And they don't, once it's a hit, they erase the idea that
well,
it was
the
woke.
narrative has to change then, because they can't say go woke, go broke. They have to go, well, you know, I mean, it's actually has some pretty good conservative values.
But like most of the shit that has hit this year has been, you could argue, is woke. In the case of the Spider-Verse movie, you almost have to say it's woke. There's fucking there's overt pro-trans messaging in it.
So I decided to talk to a man who is doing just that, creating an alternative to Hollywood and multiple other industries.
Oh no.
Is it gonna really?
That is not. Oh my god!
Oh my god!
Oh my god!
It's fucking it's Ben Shapiro's clone.
Abby Shapiro. It's trans Ben Shapiro.
Well, see, Abby Shapiro is his actual sister, but Brett Cooper is the girl who is not his sister, but looks more like him than his sister does.
Wait, that's not the man we're talking about.
There we go.
That is. Meet
Oh my god. You are not
Really-
dangerous.
Really
you are not
badass.
cool.
Just walk into the studio.
Let me tell you something, dude.
Meet the paunchiest nerd you've ever fucking seen in your life.
Why? I don't care what camera tricks you use. I don't care that you try to show him making this stern
You
face.
could
I
show
don't care
him
that
in
you
a-
show him with a flamethrower. You could do whatever you want to this guy. This guy is not tough.
You could give him the sword of Conan.
This guy is not a badass.
You could bathe in the blood of his fucking enemies, and you'd be like, "This guy's a fucking puss bag, dude. Give me a break."
I could watch this dude slay a fucking dragon and still
Yeah,
be like,
real.
whatever.
Dragons are real. The only thing standing between us and total destruction is this douchebag, and he slays the dragon mightily. You'd be like, even still. I mean, look
Jeremy
how fucking
Bourne.
short he is too.
Jeremy is the co-founder of a
Not that I
media and
hate
entertainment.
short people. I'm just saying he's a little shorty.
This guy, that was very anti-short. Sorry, short people. I stand by you.
Entertainment
TJ
company
Super
called
Tall.
the Daily Wire. They push buttons. They tell the truth. And they're working every day to create both news and entertainment that is free from liberal bias.
In many ways, big media has become just a propaganda
What an
arm of the
appropriate
left.
name.
And
What?
His name was Jeremy Boring.
Yeah. Dude, this
So I
is
said,
like,
what an appropriate name.
oh yeah, well, yeah. Think Jeremy Boring dipped his wick off of this, Scotty?
I guarantee you. He
I
did.
mean, he's rich as fuck, so yeah.
Daily Wire wanted to correct that.
Welcome back to the comments.
We produce written articles, news articles. We produce podcasts. We're the 5th largest podcast
Yeah, you guys
publisher
are
in
totally free from bias, right?
So
Biblical series Genesis, maps of meaning. Yeah, you guys are not at all biased.
So this Unwoke Inc. is, I guess, just like an advertisement for organizations like PragerU and Daily Wire and all these right-wing personalities. Just like this is what we're doing against the woke, you guys.
Well, they have to set up the narrative that they're actually fighting against it. Like, see, what are we doing? We are giving you the alternative. We're just telling you the truth. That's why they talk about shit. Truth is relative. All the stuff. Like, we're telling you the objective truth of reality.
You want to know
This
the
is the source
real
of
fucking
truth.
truth? Here it is.
the world. But beyond the Daily Wire, we've expanded into something we're calling Daily Wire Plus. And it's really a broader cultural entertainment play. We're making movies,
I'm
we're making
biased. I thought we were
television.
judging people based on things they can't control. We're judging Jeremy Boring based on it because he's a piece of shit. Not you.
Scotty,
I'm not gonna make it. I'm letting you guys know right now. I'm not gonna fucking make this. This is not gonna happen. This is not gonna be good. I'm building up a fucking meltdown. I'm just letting you know. If the rest of the videos are anything like this one, I can't, dude. I can't fucking do it.
Well, don't worry, Paul. You're about halfway through this one.
Paul Tap.
Shows are
Drink the
making
wine.
kids
I've been
entertainment,
drinking the wine. It's not helping. It's making it worse.
which I think is probably the most important fight we will ever take on.
They've also started making some pretty awesome products that offer an alternative to woke companies and other industries as well.
Dude, now, unwokeism brought to you by
this
these
should be called
products.
Behind the Grift, dude. That's all this is. They're just like showing how far down their dumb grift goes.
It's griftception, dude. Look, these are, well, we've seen Matt Walsh do this for sure too. Like remember that was like it's like Public Square or something he promoted. It's like they've realized like, oh shit, if we attack these other companies, people are gonna go, where do I buy the stuff from? I know where we can buy it from. They can buy it from us. Brilliant. I mean, this is such an insidious fucking scheme to make money off these people. Obviously, it's working too. I mean, look at the studio and office space they've rented.
This
and everything
entire 20-minute documentary is just like an advertisement for various anti-woke products and services.
Yep.
Jeremy's Razors is a consumer goods alternative to companies like Gillette and Harry's Razors, who have all publicly embraced the LGBT agenda. And not just the LGBT agenda.
What's
the
their
radical
agenda?
gender theory being pushed on children.
Oh, it's brainwashing children. It's think of the children.
Think of the children.
You're the same. You're just like that character on The Simpsons. Will somebody please think of the children?
I know you think that you as an adult should have freedom, but before you say that, you should think of the children. Think of how the children need to be brainwashed.
Daily Wire Plus, 1 million plus paying subscribers right now. At Jeremy's Razors, we have sold over 100,000 razor subscriptions. I think all of that is because the half of the country that up until now has been divided by nothing. They've had no alternatives
It's
whatsoever.
because you guys have realized that by making a bunch of videos attacking these companies as woke, you can profit from it. There's no other reason. It's called divide and conquer. It's like you guys talk about the division in the country. You're fueling that division for your own personal gain.
Yeah, and I mean, and he's basically just divulging the modus
strategy.
operandi behind it, which is, yeah, we pump out this content that creates this culture division, and then we make people fucking scared to use these woke products, and then we sell them our unwoke products, even though it's the same fucking product.
I guarantee you the place that these are manufactured is literally the same places. The same factories probably make the shit.
And you know, if this guy starts making enough money, Gillette or one of these companies will just go fucking create like some patriotic fucking version of their same company some
American
offshoot brand.
Blades.
Yeah, like America Blade, America Razor Blade, whatever the fuck. And they'll just start profiting both if they're not already doing that, by the way. Because who knows who's manufacturing his shit.
Are eager and hungry to engage with those alternatives when they're presented, especially if we're not exploiting them, if we're actually providing value to them.
You are exploiting them. You are exploiting them 100%.
Wow.
He almost choked on that. Did you? He wanted, as long as we're not exploiting them, you know.
Huh.
You just described how you're exploiting their fucking political predilections to get them to buy your fucking exact copy of the same Razor subscription that's available elsewhere. But whatever.
Good for him. What a nice guy. What a good man.
Then I think that there's enormous opportunity to succeed.
Hollywood going woke was pretty easy to see coming. But what happened next, no one expected.
Oh, shit.
Sports went woke.
No! Look at all
Woke
these
sports,
brainwashed
dude.
guys. Man, look at
Woke
that
sports.
flag. Yeah, look at that flag waving there, guys.
Woke fucking sports, guys.
Sports
Oh,
ball just
God.
became different. Dude, as someone who watches sports, like, that's not even... I mean, like, it's tokenistic at best. if you
Sports
wanna
is
be honest.
so fucking woke.
It'll be
now.
shit like a player will have, like, on their cleats, like, Black Lives Matter. It's not really affecting the content of the game. Sports has not dramatic, like football and basketball, and this shit has not dramatically fucking changed.
See that guy standing while everyone else is kneeling? That's Jonathan Isaac.
This is our next viewee, I guess.
He plays for the Orlando Magic in the NBA. He also happened to be one of the few NBA players who publicly expressed discomfort with
Oh,
supporting
wait,
the
so
Black-
now he's out of a job, right? He's out of a job, right? I hope that's what you say next, is that he just can't play basketball anymore. The team kicked him off. You know, the Magic are like, no, you're not woke, you're gone. That happened, right?
Black Lives Matter movement. This all came to a head when the players on his team decided to collectively kneel during the national anthem. So he did what he felt was right. He stood.
He is an American hero.
Now,
The Orlando Magic, I'm so sorry.
Jonathan is launching his own apparel company called
Dude, can
Unite.
somebody make an edit of this for us that has the background track taken out, because it's gonna drive me fucking nuts. It's gonna is this what it takes to get people to fucking pay attention?
I don't think so.
And listen, what is this dude doing? He's setting up an apparel brand. It's like, so like that now it's onto his grift. All right, so here's his grift.
This should just be called like behind the grift with various right-wing fucking losers, because that's what I'm getting from this.
Yeah, I didn't kneel, so I started a company to get people to give me
get
money.
the title now, because that's really what it is. It's about corporations profiting off of being unwoke or whatever. Whoop! So Unwoke Inc. finally does make sense, at least.
In hopes of bringing people together over love
I'm sick of this video.
Nope.
No? All right.
of God and country. I live in LA.
Oops. This fucking music. This whoop shit. I can't fucking do it. Okay.
The hope is to be able to sign athletes across all different sports and to create a real infrastructure of people who are in the sports world, moms and dads who want to buy their kids sneakers and clothes, but want to give their money to a company that they know is going to work towards bolstering their values.
Good on you, Grifty.
So if that's the case, then you should have no problem with those other companies, those woke companies, doing the same thing, right?
No, we do. Fuck.
Oh
them.
yeah.
When they do
When
it,
we
it's pure
do it,
evil.
it's a viable alternative that promotes their values. When they do it, it's bullshit and wrong and evil, and they're grooming children and they're bad.
Up in the way, moving the tide, starting the way.
We can be proud of what we believe.
This dude's a fucking shoe scientist over there.
Then
Look at the
we
shoe
don't have to
diagrams.
hide or be ashamed of it. As the day continues to get, darker and darker and crazier, you standing up for what you believe in is only going to get harder, but it's only going to become more and more necessary.
They kicked you off the team too, right? Like you don't have that position. Because I mean,
He's
like
pure evil, Scotty.
Because they're obviously so against you that they. Oh, so this guy's also an anti-vaxxer. What a surprise! I don't know. I wouldn't be surprised. I don't know for sure. If that's
Yeah, I'm sure I think that's accurate. I think I heard that.
Left to right. Hey, it's time to slide. Hey, one time. Hey, two times. Hey, oh my. Keep it moving side to side.
But it didn't end in
Jesus fucking Christ.
It didn't end. So we've covered all sports now.
That
We
was
interviewed
sports.
one guy about his fucking his grift, and it's like, but it didn't.
Well,
end in
that was
sports.
that's the only sports related grift we got going right now.
Sorry, we're working on some new grifts for that one. More on that soon.
Hope this music gets the stream flagged. Fuck off. The fuck.
Timothy.
Hell, why you betray us?
I hope
Sports.
I get ripped off of my Patreon subscription by having a video not fucking get approved. Like, why?
I don't know.
We all know the story. It felt like the flip of a switch, like every company in America was suddenly spouting the woke orthodoxy, and anyone who disagreed with them was ousted, condemned, and silenced.
No, they weren't.
If only.
They fucking weren't.
He just showed a guy
lying
starting a new
fucking
product
bitch.
line and still playing for the team that he was on before
What
he
the
was.
fuck?
Yeah, like what?
No one has been ostracized or whatever the fuck else for this shit. There's plenty
they
of
have
fucking
been.
you right-wing motherfuckers running around saying your stupid bullshit all over the fucking place. You have not been fucking silenced. I wish you had been, so I didn't have to listen to this horse shit anymore. Jesus.
You have been silenced.
Whoop. I could fucking handle you fucking just like spewing your bullshit, but I can't handle you spewing your bullshit while telling me that no one will let you spew your bullshit.
Oh, hold on, TJ. You know what this rant needs?
What? Some
Go
whoops?
on, TJ.
I'm done. I don't know why I'm done left. I'm fucking shit.
Can you imagine,
No.
dude?
No, I don't have to imagine because I've already experienced it. But I don't know. I don't want to imagine. I mean, this is like, I don't know who the fuck edited this, but it's like, I think they're used to editing trailers and they just told them, give us a 20-minute trailer. And it's just a trailer to promote these different fucking anti-woke products that are probably all in bed with each other and sharing fucking money and shit. So it's part of this new right-wing business wave. I mean, there's plenty of right-wing businesses across America and always have been, but this overtly, we're anti-woke, we're overtly far-right business shit. What's all right? Well, anyway, here's
I just
some
had that
more.
whoop
Time
track
to change
stuck in
it
my
up. Ooh, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Keep it moving from side to side.
You're too fucking good at this. Stop it.
Whoop.
God damn it.
Perfect example? Amanda Ensing.
Oh, here we go.
People love to complain about the culture and the environment, but they don't do
It almost sounds like what you were doing. Jesus. This is pretty slow for Zoomer Media. All right. Well, if that's true, then I'm on Paul's side with the Zoomers then. Because this is too much. Tone it down.
anything. We need to be creating our own verticals and our own industries where we're competing.
I can't do it.
This is Amanda Ensing. She's an entrepreneur, a beauty influencer, and a general badass boss lady. She started out beauty influencing with
badass bitch.
A badass boss lady? Isn't that term itself verging on woke?
Yeah, what's she doing out of the kitchen, and why is she not barefoot and pregnant?
Yeah, I think anything
That's woke.
short of that is woke.
Dude, when broads started fucking having opinions and broadcasting them, that shit was woke, man.
Woke bullshit.
Sponsorships from
James back to the fucking kitchen where they belong.
Sephora and other huge makeup brands. But when armchair critics started criticizing Amanda for stating her personal political beliefs, Sephora immediately canceled her sponsorships and went so far as to publicly condemn.
Well, what did she say? Well,
yeah, we're not going to show what she said.
You know, I mean, so she was canceled for espousing her political. What political beliefs did she espouse, though? Because there's stuff like, you know, you could definitely, like leftists could say that would not, you know, do them too well with sponsorship deals and things too. So I don't know if you were just like, was it like she was canceled for being conservative, or was she canceled because she said something fucking crazy? So
hello, ladies. This is Jenny from Sephora, and we all know that some things are true. The sun sets in the east. The sun rises in the west. The sun.
They blurted out. Yeah, that's
Hitler did not go far enough. Wink, wink.
I'm Amanda. So for me, I was like, you know what? The beauty industry is in shambles. It only caters to one party, one set of views. Let's create my own brand.
Like, what is with fucking attention spans these days? This is nuts, dude. This is driving me fucking batty.
It really I mean, it's not working on me because it literally repels my attention. Like, this would drive me away from this video if I were trying to watch it.
I can't even listen to what's being
life.
said. Like, it's to the point where I haven't even really heard anything that's been said in the last 10 minutes because I just cannot divert my attention from these sick fucking deep house beats. Makes me want to take a bunch of MDMA and fucking twirl my glow sticks for hours, man.
Our first launch sold out within like a day or two. I couldn't believe it. I was just like, what? And just seeing how much women wanted this, I was like, wow. And I was scared, you know, it's terrifying putting your story out there. And when you get canceled, and with all of these people now coming for me.
So you were so canceled that you made a bunch of money and were successful. Wow. Sounds like it really worked then. Sounds like you're really, the forces are really set against you. I love this story. You hear this narrative over and over again with this shit. I was canceled, but then my shit sold out in like 10 seconds. So were you really canceled then?
No.
It's scary at first to take that first leap, but once you do, you just don't stop. The alternative to people not creating these businesses is way worse than if you would take that leap of faith. Because I don't think a lot of people realize how willing Americans are to support you. Like, we are desperate for new brands and new companies.
America's desperate to spend what meager money it has left on stupid bullshit, and we must be there to get it all.
Dude, if this ain't fucking Dollar General Kim Kardashian right here, I don't know what is, dude. This is wish.com Kim Kardashian.
Man, what's that new one? They have a new Wish. I can't remember what it's called. Yeah, it's like it's like the same thing as Wish, but it's like more popular.
I remember Wish came out or like got popular and like suddenly a bunch of packages started coming to her house. And I'm like, what the fuck's this Wish shit? And TJ's like, you don't even want to know. You don't want to know about Wish.
America needs alternatives. Oh, and if you haven't already guessed, every single one of the people we interviewed is a perfect example of not just what fighting back looks like, but what winning looks like.
Well, if you're winning, then what are you worried about?
Do people still... Dude, the Vuvuzela, dude? The Vuvuzela is back. No. No Vuvuzela.
Well, I'll give you one of the insights from my investing days. It's a famous quote from Warren Buffett. Be brave where others are fearful. There is an economic opportunity. I think it might be one of the biggest economic opportunities of the next decade to serve the hundreds.
This is not about not being woke. This is like how to grift the right 101.
Right. And it's like it's literally being put in their faces as like, here's how we're grifting you guys. Check it out. And they're just like, this is great. That's like, oh my God. You're so fucking stupid. They're literally telling you how they're fucking you. It's like, all right, here I am bending you over. Here I am lubing up my big fucking capitalist dick with fucking lube and shit. Here I am cramming it up your ass. Here you are screaming in pain. And that's what I did. And they're like, what? And then that person's like, well, that's cool.
Yeah, that's dope.
Where can I get a big dick like that to fuck people in the ass with? Well, we'll tell you.
Well, 100 million
if you just start your right-wing grift, you can get it started as soon as you want.
Plus Americans, okay, who are badly disaffected from the places where they work, where they shop, where they bank, where they invest. These are also, from an economic standpoint, some of the best customers that any business could want. That is an economic opportunity. It might be the economic opportunity of our generation.
All right. You know what? I'm tired of these woke fucking Bic lighters. These things are so fucking woke. You ever notice that? So I'm going to be doing my own lighter brand. I'm launching, TJ lights or something. I don't know. I haven't come up with a name yet, but they're going to be basically like cheap, shitty, garbage tier Bics, but they're going to be unwoke. And please buy them.
And we're going to put unwoke on each one. Or
Because,
different messages to conservative people who are tired of supporting companies like Bic that have gone woke with their pride lighters. Bic wants to groom children.
I saw a lighter with a rainbow on it. What the hell is that?
Makes me want to puke, TJ, when I see lighters with rainbows and pro-trans lighters. You know what they want to do to children, TJ? Turn them into freaks. But now
I heard the main thing people use Bic lighters for is burning the American flag.
You know what else? Burning the genitalia off perfectly good little boys' penises and turn them into girls.
Exactly correct. And that's why we need an anti-woke alternative to Bic lighters.
And that's why we've started today, guys, American lighters. Proudly made in China. The finest lighters money can buy.
Yeah.
One person can't do everything, but each person can look themselves in the mirror and ask, how am I going to have my own unique contributions? For me,
I am fucking shocked as shit that Ben Shapiro wasn't like more in this. I think he was just like, I don't even want to be in that shit. Fuck that garbage. Like I saw him briefly there for a second when they were filming at Daily Wire or whatever.
In the financial institutions, in the asset management industry, and in capital markets. Somebody else that might be starting a consumer products company. Somebody else that might be starting a new university. Somebody else that might be starting a new mode or new approach to entertainment. Each of us is making our own unique contributions. And I'm pretty optimistic.
You're literally just selling the same product and slapping a not woke label on it.
Yeah, like this is not innovation. You basically have found a group of people who are so emotionally unstable that they believe that like the products that they use are somehow like tainted by an evil ideology. And now they must buy probably inferior made alternatives that probably still profit those same companies, by the way. But now they're going to be branded as anti-woke and hit with an upcharge, I'm sure, by the way.
Oh, almost certainly.
Like, what's the price tag for the unwoke element of these products? Because I'm assuming they don't compete on price. They compete on ideology. So they're probably fucking... I remember when you guys were selling your candy bars, those things were massively more expensive than the what you were competing with. But, of course, Hershey's was woke, so you could sell your unwoke ones for much more.
Well, I mean, that's the whole thing. I mean, the economy of scale is definitely not in their favor when selling these products. But even if it was, they wouldn't give a shit. They're still going to upcharge you. You're going to pay a premium to buy these things for sure.
Right. So, I mean, like...
Let's go look. Like, what is that one brand? Like, it's like Jeremy something?
Jeremy's Razors or whatever the hell.
Yeah, let's go see it. So let's, I'm just totally convinced. I hear his fucking rhetoric and I'm like, yeah, you know what? That's for me. All right. So they're saying so Let me just show you this shit, TJ.
Yeah, slap it on the screen.
Oh man. Wow, I mean, could they lay it on any more thick? Unwoke your inbox.
Hell yeah.
So their lowest price ever, $14.99.
Okay.
What's the other one? Dollar Shave Club.
What do you get for that? Just
You
that
get
one?
one tungsten handle, one precision 5 blade with flip back trimmer, and 100% woke free.
100% woke free. All right, cool.
For Dollar Shave Club. Is it competitive? I guess we'll find out.
I don't know. Let's see.
So I want to shave. They have a $9 shave starter set, which includes 2 6-blade razor cartridges, a handle.
So they have
and
more
3
blades.
shave 8 samples.
So it's a much better deal.
So you can try it for $9.
It's way more for way less, but it's not woke. But it is woke.
It is woke. Yeah.
So literally pay, like, the people who are buying this shit are so fucking stupid. Like, and
well, I'm gonna look on their social media.
just,
So I'm gonna go to their Facebook.
Even just looking at the Jeremy's razor and looking at the Dollar Shave Club razor, I can tell that the fucking Jeremy's razor is a cheaper piece of shit that they're literally charging way more for. All because it's unwoke.
I mean, I'm looking at Dollar Shave Club. I honestly don't even see any like pride shit. I'm not saying like we support pride or good. It's like there's nothing like that.
Let's see. Hold on. Dollar Shave Club woke. Let's see.
I mean, maybe there's something somewhere.
Liberal cop. Dollar Shave Club is so woke.
Okay, we're
Dollar Shave Club. So, though they said they stood for Black Lives Matter. That's why.
Oh, that's what it is.
I think that's it. When the left politicized shaving. Okay. It was the left that did that for sure.
Yeah, it wasn't them. I mean, they just basically said
Together,
they did that.
It's a mosaic that drives that change through true diversity, that dilutes the church of diversity.
Now it's discordant piano jingles. Because this is the dramatic part.
Diversity to irrelevance.
Over the last few years, we've seen woke activists try to infiltrate every area of society: education, entertainment and media, sports, and business. And for many of
Just reusing shit from the beginning now.
us, that seems daunting. But talking with people like Vivek Ramaswamy, Mike Ferris, Jeremy Boring, Jonathan Isaac, and Amanda Ensing, we have proof that you can push back and make a cultural impact by providing alternatives. We know we're not going to change everybody's mind on these issues, and that's okay. The goal is to create a society where even if nobody's mind changed, we can all live together in a pluralistic, prosperous.
Oh, the whole time
Yeah.
So the whole time you were attacking everybody, it was about bringing us together. Yay.
Yeah. And you know that? Look, we want everyone to live in a society where it's pluralistic and that people can have different points of views as long as they have ours and buy our products.
Simple United States. And I want to invite you on that journey. Together, we can fight wokeism in academia, in the culture, in business. But it's not just about conservatives making alternatives for other conservatives. We need more people create.
That's all you've said. That's the whole thrust of this video has been that.
It's not about what it's been about the whole time. All right, cool.
It's not about what we just showed you. It's about us all getting along, but not.
Creating just flat out good products, media, education, you name it. We need alternatives that are.
Is that what you think it's been about, Scotty?
That's what I thought, yeah.
Here's my counterpoint, bitch. Now what?
It's the new nut.
I don't know. I have no response to the
good for society and good for America. I'm ready to try. How about you?
No.
In the 2020s, woke is everywhere.
Get out of here, you stupid
So that was
fucking
it?
bitch.
We did it? We made it through?
Yeah, we did it.
pride. Deep bad pride. Deep bad pride. Deep bad pride.